You eat avocados for your heart. But what if I told you the way you're preparing them is doing the exact opposite? If you're over 60, this matters more than you think. Every day, thousands of people unknowingly turn this superfood into a hidden health risk. I'm not talking about eating too much. I'm talking about 6 preparation mistakes that can spike inflammation, interfere with critical medications, and even damage your gut. Here's what shocks most people. Fresh research shows that mishandling avocados can create oxidized compounds in hours, the same compounds linked to arterial damage. And if you're on blood thinners or have certain allergies, one avocado mistake could send you to the ER. Today, you'll learn exactly what to avoid and how to enjoy avocados the right way. Stay with me. Mistake number 1 at the end is something almost nobody talks about, but it destroys up to 90% of the nutrients you're eating for. Let's dive in. Section 1, the science. Why avocados are fragile superfoods. First, understand this. Avocados aren't like other fruits. They're 77% fat, but it's a special kind. Monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, are what make them heart protective. Think of these fats like delicate glass sculptures, beautiful and beneficial when intact, but fragile when exposed to the wrong conditions. Here's the problem. These fats oxidize easily. Oxidation is when oxygen molecules attack the fat, breaking it down into harmful byproducts. It's like rust forming on metal, except it's happening inside your food. When avocado fats oxidize, they form compounds called lipid peroxides and aldehydes, substances that promote inflammation instead of reducing it. Temperature, air exposure, and ripeness all affect this process. An unripe avocado has different chemical defenses than a ripe one. A heated avocado undergoes a transformation at the molecular level, and a cut avocado exposed to air, oxidation begins immediately. But here's the key insight most people miss. It's not just about browning on the surface. The real damage happens inside the fruit, invisibly, when we store it wrong or cook it incorrectly. Now that you understand the chemistry, let's talk about what you're doing wrong. Section 2, the consequences, real health impacts. Let me paint a picture. Imagine a 5-year-old woman, let's call her Margaret. She's health conscious, exercises regularly, and adds half an avocado to her morning smoothie every day. Sounds perfect, right? Except Margaret stores her leftover avocado with the pit in, thinking it prevents browning. She also doesn't wait for it to ripen fully because she's impatient. Within 3 weeks, she develops persistent bloating and irregular bowel movements. Her doctor can't find a clear cause. Margaret never connects it to her healthy breakfast routine. This isn't rare. When avocados are stored improperly, bacterial colonies can develop within 48 hours, especially Listeria, which poses serious risks for older adults with weaker immune systems. Or consider medication interference. Avocados pack about 21 micrograms of vitamin K per fruit. If you're on warfarin or similar blood thinners, suddenly adding daily avocados without adjusting your medication can reduce the drug's effectiveness by up to 50% in just 2 weeks. That's not a minor issue, that's stroke territory. And for the 3 to 5% of people with latex allergies, the proteins in avocados can trigger reactions ranging from mouth tingling to full anaphylaxis. It's called latex-fruit syndrome, and many people don't realize they have it until they're in the emergency room. The bottom line, small mistakes compound over time. You're not just losing nutrients, you're creating new problems. Section 3, the solution. 5 essential rules. Here's your action plan. 5 rules that will transform how you use avocados. Rule 1, ditch the pit myth. Use acid instead. When you cut an avocado, don't rely on the pit to prevent browning. It doesn't work. Research shows the pit only protects the tiny area it touches. Instead, brush the exposed flesh with fresh lemon or lime juice. The citric acid slows oxidation dramatically. Then wrap tightly in plastic wrap, pressing it directly against the flesh to minimize air exposure. Refrigerate and use within 24 hours. Rule 2, if you're on blood thinners, be consistent. Don't eliminate avocados, just be strategic. If you want to add them to your diet, do it gradually and tell your doctor. Track your daily intake in a food diary. Aim for the same amount each day rather than sporadic large servings. This keeps your vitamin K level stable, which keeps your medication effective. Some people find that 1/4 avocado daily works perfectly without disrupting their INR levels. If you're on newer blood thinners like apixaban, you may have more flexibility, but always confirm with your physician first. Rule 3, only eat ripe avocados. Never force it. Press the avocado gently in your palm. It should yield slightly, but not feel mushy. Check the stem nub. If it pops off easily and reveals green underneath, you're good. Brown underneath means overripe. Won't budge? It needs more time. To speed ripening naturally, place it in a paper bag with a banana. The ethylene gas from the banana accelerates the process safely. You'll have a ripe avocado in 2 to 3 days instead of 5. Never microwave or bake an unripe avocado to soften it. This doesn't reduce the natural toxins present in unripe fruit, it just makes them softer to eat, which is worse for your gut. Rule 4. Know your allergy status. If you've ever had a reaction to latex gloves, balloons, or medical equipment, get tested for latex-fruit syndrome before eating avocados regularly. This is especially critical if you also react to bananas, kiwis, or chestnuts. These foods share similar protein structures. If diagnosed with this allergy, complete avoidance is the only safe option. Always carry an epinephrine auto-injector when dining out, and inform servers about your allergy. Avocados hide in dressings, breads, and sauces more often than you'd think. Rule 5. Never heat avocados above 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius. This is the big one. Avocados have a low smoke point. When you grill, fry, or stir them into hot dishes, you trigger lipid peroxidation. This creates toxic aldehydes and destroys up to 90% of the vitamin C, 76% of the folate, and 65% of the B vitamins. Heated avocados also form acrylamide, a probable carcinogen found in burnt foods. The fix: always add avocados after cooking. Let your dish cool below 140 degrees Fahrenheit, then fold in fresh avocado slices. For warm pasta, toss with lukewarm noodles. For smoky flavor, grill your vegetables first, let them cool slightly, then combine with fresh avocado. Section 4. Bonus tips and common mistakes. Quick fixes you can use today. Smoothie hack. Freeze ripe avocado chunks in ice cube trays. Blend frozen, they'll chill your smoothie without needing ice, and they stay fresh for 3 months. Portion control. Can't finish a whole avocado? Slice it into quarters before storing. Smaller pieces are easier to use and waste less. Restaurant safety. Ordering guacamole? Ask when it was made. Fresh is best. Pre-made guac sits exposed to air and heat, accelerating oxidation. Oil choice. Avocado oil is marketed as high-heat cooking oil, but it's refined and stripped of nutrients. For cooking, use olive oil or coconut oil. Save avocados for finishing. Common mistakes to avoid. Blending rock-hard avocados into smoothies, good distress guaranteed. Storing avocados in the fridge before they're ripe, they'll never ripen properly. Eating the seed because an influencer told you to, it contains toxins and doesn't digest. Using latex gloves to prep avocados if you have a sensitivity cross-contamination risk. One more thing, if you feel bloated, crampy, or off after eating avocados, don't ignore it. It's not normal. You may be eating them unripe, reacting to the latex proteins, or eating them after they've oxidized. Listen to your body. Let's bring it home. Avocados are incredible when handled correctly. The 3 key takeaways. Chemistry matters. These fats are fragile. Protect them from heat, air, and premature picking. Medication interactions are real. If you're on blood thinners, consistency is everything. Track your intake and work with your doctor. Heat destroys nutrients. Add avocados cold or at room temperature, never cooked. Your challenge. This week, try one new strategy from today's video. Maybe it's the lemon juice trick, or checking ripeness properly, or finally ditching that pit myth. Small changes compound into major health wins. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe. We're releasing evidence-based health content every week designed specifically for people over 50 who want to stay sharp, strong, and thriving. Drop a comment below. What's one avocado mistake you've been making? I read every single one. Next week, we're tackling another beloved superfood that most people prepare completely wrong. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.